Hello. Welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be talking and doing some more Angular. We're going to be finishing up that homepage issue that we have, and then moving forward. And let me just make sure everything's set. There you go. Okay, so let's pull up this issue. Throw me in the corner there. So we're still working on this create landing page. We previously had the Angular material. We had Copilot try and do the header, and we're just gonna go back to it, get working on it, start pulling it, and start doing it ourselves. So should be exciting. Toolbar is what we want. Throw this in the corner. So just a reminder, we have an Aspire app with a NPM app for the web app. We have a API as the backend. And then we have, that shirt's not very good, and a database. For now, we're just working on the front end, nothing data driven at all. So we're just gonna go ahead and pop that on. And let's see how good the thing is. I'm not gonna change my shirt just because it's, yeah, the pattern doesn't like it, so I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, we are back, and there we go. Okay, let's start Docker. Just waiting on that. Okay, should be good. Let's just restart the app just to make sure we're okay. Yeah, so I think the biggest thing we're going to want to accomplish today is having that home screen set up for unauthorized users, and then set up some of the nice piping stuff that Angular has to offer, so like loading screens and an auth guard to say, hey, if you are authenticated, can't be here. So it's just setting up a lot of that stuff. Let's make sure what is going on. Just waiting on that database to start. Hopefully it's good. Oh, let me just close that. 41 seconds ago. Should be good. Yeah, it should be okay. Let's just stop it. And then start it all up. Starting. Running. Should be good. Add a redirect? Yeah, okay. Add a redirect. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's pull up this front end. So we're back to it, and then let's pull up Angular material. Let's see where we're at currently, actually. So we have the main nav bar, coaching session, home pages is fine, and then let's pull up the routes. Okay, so we have a profile, coaching. Yeah, that's fine. That was all AI there. Nice, nice, nice. Don't really need these routes. So we have the home component, and then the home component I imagine has the nav, or unless the app has it. Okay, main nav. And let's see how they do it. So basic toolbar, multi-row. Because that should be pretty simple. And we also want a side nav. So I think that looks slick. Installing. Well, get to start going back to it. Auto nav. So I have a drawer container. With the side. Do we want it to be fixed? This is only a web app, so maybe a fixed sidebar. Side nav container. Oh, did I really cancel out of it? So then, I mean, that's not overly amazing what I want, really, because then the main side nav content with open, and then the side nav content is main content. Yeah, I love that look. Open, close. Yeah, I kind of do like the look of a side nav that's fixed. I don't know. Yeah, maybe just a fixed one for now. And that's going to be super simple. Please open tool class cov bar. Okay. So what do we have here? We currently have we don't have the toolbar at all. And then the main content is going to be, let's see what this one looks like. Is material Angular material the way I want to do this? Because now I'm questioning myself. Because I know Bootstrap, and I like Bootstrap. Whatever. Okay, let's just make it simple. Just make it simple. Options, I don't want any options. Bottom fix false. So let's just do fixed in viewport, fixed top gap 0 and 0, fixed bottom gap 0. Okay, and then don't need any of this. And then maybe, sure. And then we want to have things fixed, top gap, no. None of that. The side content is just going to be the main. What is this? So then this is probably where the actual thing goes. So then if we pull out this, let's pull, yeah, that's probably actually needs to be in the home, or no, in the app actually, because then it's gonna be like this, and then this can probably go away once I pull these ones out to the app component, router outlet. Let's fix all these, and voila. Okay, let's see what that looks like. So yeah, that's probably what we want. Where is the header though? Because I should be seeing, don't need you, should be seeing a header. Okay, now we can do this. Sample header, don't need you. Yep, don't need you either. Because now, is it not taking up enough space? And this class here should take up side nav content. And is it actually refreshing? How's the hot reload? Okay, not bad. Oh, and I don't have Bootstrap, so what is how do you set it to be the whole width? Sure. I mean, it probably had most of it done, because I want to work on the cooler stuff, which is like, what if some users, application was just text, toolbar. Okay, I feel like I need to design it first because I don't really know what I want. That's not bad. I mean, it's probably only for fixed, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. That's exactly what I have, right? Yeah, what's different from mine to his, to theirs? Toolbar example, oh, probably CSS classes, yeah, okay. There we go. So then let's pull this back. So the example header, and then is going to be annoying if I have to spin a lot of stuff. That is why the nice, this is just main container, side nav, mode side, fixed bottom gap. Are those defaulted to 0? Because that'd be nice if I don't have to do that. And then anything else we need? Fix fire. Okay. Open my SCSS. Just remove the word example. Main. We have a footer, right? For some reason, I'm gonna pull this over to my. Should I pull it to my screen? Don't love this. Let's make this my color. We need it somewhere. Okay. Just pull to the side. Sorry, just looking at my specific color I want. Yep. Okay, there we go. And let's go back to boyfriends. Nice. Okay. So, getting this should be a fixed one. Don't understand why it's not. Header fixed top left, footer bottom right. But the side nav is going over it. So what is now same different here? Go back to TS. Side nav, mode side, fixed in viewport. We don't want it fixed. And that's probably that. There we go. So then, what does that look like when you scroll it in? Yeah, so then at a certain viewport, I need to get rid of the side nav. And that's probably one of these examples. So then, fix side nav. And I do, so there's a closed event that I can open equals side nav open. Man, I'm so bad at typing. Only when it comes to being online though. As soon as I have someone watching, I'm like, just forget how to do all this stuff, you know? Let's go. Is that the title I want though? Yep. Okay. And that's surprising, it's still not going very nice. So then opened. Oh, probably need to data bind it. material side nav, mode side, opened, events and closed, push. Yeah, because it's not actually doing anything, it's just calling the events. That's just a Boolean. Side nav. Oh, undid. Okay, that makes sense. It's not hot reloading because it's not on. Sorry. I'm a little slow. Oh, yeah. That's why. That's fine. Let's make sure everything starts up okay. Yep. Okay, and now of course it's hidden. And now let's make a little nice button on this header. And that should be back to the toolbar where we get this thing. So we want the material toolbar to be a little more filled in. So let's do my logo, a couple other things. So we'll do that. I don't think you'd need that. Open the side navigation. Okay, span my app. This is going to be my logo. And let's do breakpoint AI. Let's throw in. And let's make this a global style. Oh, can I just make that well, I'll make that the primary. That would be nice if I just have to do the primary. And is there a text primary in Angular? Bootstrap, is there that would be nice. Let's throw this here. Just so it's a little more hidden. Let's throw you guys here. Throw some cats in there. Throw an orange cat. Since I'd recommend some adding some utilities classes. So create my own. Yes, it doesn't have like, but it provides theming and has a couple of custom approaches. So what CSS class to use with Angular material? Tailwind CSS. Yeah, I've heard of Tailwind CSS before, and I've never used it though. Okay, npm install. Let's just pop that in. Wait, no, I want this to be together. Oh, they cannot be in the same tab. That's annoying. Okay, so then you do need to be to the side. Maybe you could be. Yeah, okay. Just need to do a little bit of that. Sure, kill you. npm install Sailman CSS post CSS force. Configure post CSS, create a in the root of your project and add it to your. Did it do it for us? Okay, create a post CSSRC in the root of your project. Okay, so add import and your styles. That imports. Let's undo all that crap. And ng serve it. Okay. So then we could probably just go actually to here. Throw you open and let's just restart you. Because it should just pm serve. ng serve, sorry. And it's gonna be a new thing, or maybe. Oh, use must be written before other rules. Is there another? Let's restart you. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. Just make sure it starts again. I just don't want any lingering things. Okay. So then, there we go. And let's pull up. So what does Tailwind have? Because I would like to do. Okay, text blue. Okay, so that's fine. I do want a text primary. That'd be kind of nice. But wait, how does text so Tailwind CSS? How to use? Is it just like that? Okay. Okay. So then let's add a then probably actually want it to be. Okay. And then the next thing I need to do is I'll ask it to use Tailwind CSS instead of what I currently have. Update material theme, yep. Don't need any of those. Okay, don't need any of you though, because text secondary is good. Border primary, border background. Okay. Let me create a Tailwind to properly Tailwind config. What are the theme variables? Making a utility class like background mint. Okay. Class background, so then I don't need. So then here I don't really need these, right? I just need text primary. Okay. I would like. Okay. Okay. Anything else? I think we're good. I do. Yeah, that's probably all fine because everything else will be Angular material. Nice. There's some light on. Okay. Let's go back to now where we were. So back to breakpoint. Expected conflict to activate valid M3. This is what we got last time. So can you do it right? That'd be nice. Override the 500 color. glass. Yeah, okay. Honestly, I like the other one better, but I mean, these could be consolidated, I guess. Okay. Yeah, it's really going off. What is Angular material custom palette? Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, let's go all three of these. Okay, so the here single color palette, customizing, generate palette generation builds based on a single color. Oh, there you go. Okay, we'll just do that. Okay, let's just keep. Then what I want to do is this. Theme color not found in collection Angular material. So the Angular material generate options. So required is primary color. By using Angular, see this color. Science required primary color. So I know what I want. It's this one here. Is that what I want? Do I need to download this tool though? Globally, Angular. This is related to not be able to find the file. Okay, so then PM color materials. Try it out. Okay. How do I build my own? Material theme, source color. So that's, there we go. No, that's not what I want. I want you to be you know what? That looks pretty good. Secondary, yep. So then can I extend you, export you? Web CSS. Sure. That's probably okay. Extract. Never done this before. It's kind of cool. So how do you actually do it? So you can also explanation, use the theme above. See, but none of those created unless this is like a high contrast CSS file. Let's just do this. Is that what we want? Does that actually get it? No, probably not. So go back to that Git repo. Color libraries for material. This one. We recommend incorporating a web tool and design within. It can experiment with the dynamic. Nice. Okay, you are not defining it correctly. Don't need all these comments. That's fine. Alternatively, comment on that's left. Predefined typography, for example, using typography styles. That's not where that opened. It opened here. And this is what we were saying before, the widely available. Palette generation schematic. Builds colors based on a single and optional to further customize and neutral palettes. This is an alternative to using the for more information about the. So by using so I need to download it. That's what I like. That's what I like to see. Did I not copy it correctly? Just get it going. Flicting from Tailwind. Can I install it globally? Okay, so then, because I don't really need it in the package, so then theme. So the way I want to do this is to go back here and generate with a theme color, and I name it there, I bet. I guess leave it that. Not found in collection. So then, can I say green? Is that what it is? Schematic green. Theme color. And it just does not appear to be a thing. Because I do like that green that they gave me. It's very similar to the Chrome one. But what if we just do a little bit of backtracking styles? It's really new now. That sucks. I mean, I could just say this is green. Does that work? Is that stupid enough to work? I guess I can also do this myself. I don't know. Who knows? Undefined. That makes sense. What is the name of it? The green palette. I want to say that's what I have. The green palette. Custom primary palette. Yeah. See, now it's not liking that either. Okay, what did I do? What did I do wrong? include, use matte as matte, include, theme. Okay, what if we just go all the way back? Matte.green. Okay, well then I can go like this maybe. Maybe. Okay, well, that's okay. We'll live with it. We'll live with the non-my colors. We'll just have it be built like that. Let's go to it. Yeah. Well, what is this background here? Toolbar with a green. Okay. Fixed spawn. And that's 500. Breakpoint AI. Yeah, that does something. Okay, let's do 5. Let's do try and get these items to be. Let's not do this. Let's do that. Flex item direction center. So why is this not very nice? The map button, open the side nav. Okay. Let's throw the is there angular material image? I don't know why you need that, but there's always weird things. Icon, SVG images. Do we have an SVG of my logo? Should. Yeah, this should be an SVG. Yeah, okay. Let's edit. Okay, pop that over. Interesting way of doing that. Okay. Because I'm just gonna go in and pop a new file in there. Let's clear this. Where are we at? CD source. CD ng generate. What is it? App. Breakpoint logo. Oh, generate component. Definitely don't need this. Definitely don't. Oh. Don't need that. The there. Let's do it like this though. And let's just do it straight template. Yep, don't want that. Okay, and then delete you. And let's go back to clipboard. Dang it. Do we have it still? I have to pull it up, I think. This is logo. Protected logo. String, then HTML, it's just a mat icon. SVG icon, this is a breakpoint logo. And this is going to be breakpoint AI. And let's include mat icon. So how does it decide that it's SVG icon equals thumbs dash up? Got it. Add SVG. Okay. I'll just make this private. Oh, and you can't add it. Okay, there we go. We'll do that. Yep. And do we not have Prettier installed? Also, let's do text wrap. All the things. Where is text wrap here? No, we do have Prettier. We're having a compilation error. I want to. Okay, I got to do. Because I want to do it across. Format on save. There we go. Okay. What is going on? The logo. This dot logo. And breakpoint logo. Okay. There we go. That should be all sheer out. Might take a second. And I need to add it to my app component HTML. Because now it's a, let's do. And there's no reason for that to be app. What do we have? We have, this is app-home. Let's do breakpoint-home. And this should be breakpoint. Let's make them consistent though. Breakpoint-home. Breakpoint logo. App is not a known component. Let's just add you, and you are now this. Breakpoint logo. Let's. Okay. Not bad. Probably make you a little bigger though. let's do you as a, and they were saying that I could do it a different way. Let's go actually back to that, to the, oh come on, icons. Note that if you provide the icon as a string label due to the limitation of cycles. If you provide the icon from a URL, you can use add SVG icon, bypass as trusted resource URL. Nice, very nice. Okay, so then we don't have to do this crap. We just go this. Okay, let's go logo. And now we need to add you as an asset. Let's go breakpoint, web, public. I can make you also a favicon of this. Let's do I have a favicon already of this? No, I do not. Let's open up. It's not a great favicon. We'll get a favicon later. We'll replace this. For now, the white background's fine. So the logo. Let's add you to the Angular JSON. Or it should already be there. Okay. Let's just see if that works. Required a safe HTML. If you wanted to do this, add SVG. Oh, okay. Nice. Back to it. Back to it. Back to it. Okay. Let's make this a little bigger. Let's do material icon, API. What size do we got? We just have like a no set size. I mean, surely there's a Tailwind CSS font size. Let's just do extra large. The material icon, text large, and I guess it's not text, so then it's, how big does this need to be? Breakpoint logo. I guess put you inside of a div or something. And then is there like, so there's font size, there's a width. I don't want size like that. I just want with the utility set a number to a fixed width based on the spacing scale, so 96 being the most, using the container scale. Okay. Set the value based on a complete custom, 32 pixels by 32 pixels. That seems 64 by 64. Not actually making the SVG bigger. That makes sense. How how to make SVG bigger. I mean, this view box is a certain size. The icon, material icon. See what the how do you set that over? So then material icon angular size. So it is just a font size thing. What the? I thought I was going crazy. So then this was stupid. Text XL. I just not look at it long enough. Text extra large. Font size. Yeah, I mean that doesn't change it. Okay. Alright, let's see what you got. Lisa, make my logo bigger. It's just a no. It's a template, bro. Let me add an input property to the logo. Class small size class. Yeah, because it's just doing text just like I am. Because that's not actually doing anything, unfortunately. Okay, so undo you. Let's see what you did, because you were just saying a size. Because you had originally just said this. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, that should be the exact same, right? Like, that not actually doing anything there. Like, it's not actually gonna change anything. It centered it because now the text is in the middle. Yeah, the SVG seems to just be that size. I mean, yeah, probably not what I should be doing. Okay. To do, make bigger. I don't know why that's so annoying. Okay, so we have a logo. Now we need to have that be a hover and a click. Like and share. Okay, back to the app component. Close you down. This should be material icon with an on click. And this is probably just, what is it, is side nav. Oh, I see you, but you don't have, why don't you have material icon? Why doesn't that add the pointer class to the button? That surprises me. Okay, so material icon, button, appearance of a button, very nice. Material toolbar, material icon button, Open the side menu. Let's just do that here in the style CSS. Don't need you. No. Pointer is a what is it? Cursor is a pointer. What other options we got? Yeah, I thought it was a pointer. Yeah, there we go. Yep, looks good. Okay, so then the side nav needs to be completed. And for now, we're not gonna have anything. Why is this? The side nav container. What is this light green? Where's that coming from? This is the breakpoint home. Is that from? Text primary grid. Background white, background white, background white. Don't see anything. Text blue. Yep, okay. Hover red. Background primary 50 over 500 over 50, fixed in viewport false. Side nav, what do we even want in this side nav for now? Looks like it doesn't look bad. Maybe just because this is gonna be one to click home. I like when they do that. So let's make this actually a button. And let's just throw this in the center. Navigate home. And let's do a router link. Make sure that works. Nice. Shouldn't go anywhere. Home. Nice. Okay. Then the side nav. So then maybe we have a home just for now. And let's do. Probably want some sort of list of buttons. So items justify content center, so these could be all just in there. Well, one more. And then this is probably margin of 3. And then let's make you normal font. Let's make you the home. Let's give you a little icon. Because I could even have it be. I do like when they do this. Let's rename this to expanded. And I don't want it to be opened anymore. Absolute 5, top 15. What if we just do this? what is this saying? This is router outlets. So this root app root's not taking up the whole thing. What was it doing with the home page? So I didn't get to many cool things in this hour. Just doing a lot of annoying home stuff. I mean, that's to be expected, I suppose. But we can move on because I feel like we're getting stuck on kind of silly CSS-y things. Because we have a home, that's fine. So let's just say sure. And let's make this a PR. Yeah, because we kind of got off on a tangent there. Sorry about that. I'm not good at UI design, but then when I get into it, I'm like, but now it needs to be right. So that's kind of funny. If you don't know, this is the looks all good. An easy way to do what's it called? Why am I blanking on the name? Oh, to attach the issue. Just does the fixes. Yeah, we'll create. Just make sure we're all good. And we should have pulled it here. Yeah, I think it looks good to me. Anything crazy we've done? Should be adding Tailwind, Material, CDK, PostCSS, adding a license. PostCSS has some things that it does. Adding a Material, remove the dev hardcode. Okay. Add the logo. Removed all the stuff from the component. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna merge that in. Then we'll get back to doing more things. Okay, I'm gonna delete that. Go back out to main. Yeah, you're probably gonna be fine. Just make sure we're all good. Okay. Because ideally, so we come into the app. We have a side nav. Let's do some. What do we want to do? Because we could start building out the main screen. And not go away from the main screen, start building a content screen, so that would be like a user profile. We could do auth. What do we want to do? I think if we look here, so create. Let's go back. Let's add some basic ones. Actually, don't want to assign myself. Let's add UI. Yeah, I don't have anything. Create that one will be far down the line. Probably the question one, because we could do the player profile, which wouldn't be bad. We don't really have a way to connect them to a real user because we haven't done auth yet. So this is maybe a little early, but would be cool to start doing some data modeling. So, you know, we build out the historical data. We build out that data model. That would be fun. We could probably do a lot of that pretty quick. This one, the Swing Analyzer upload Webflow isn't bad. Yeah, let's do that, and then maybe we can start getting into the auth. I think this is going to be the cool one to do. View historical chart and data and visualization ways for swinging, coaching feedback over time. So what I'm thinking here is on the UI, you know, you have your name, Daniel. You click on Daniel, you have the little user icon, right? It's like an 8, but the user icon, you can click it, but also the side profile, you can do profile, navigate a couple different ways. And I think the main things we want to do is do an edit section, edit your information. So when you sign up, you have to create a user profile. Things like name, nickname, player rating, rated, user experience, maybe just like a number. And then underneath you could have like a stats. So building out some good components there. We can just start getting into that, building out the player profiles. And then we'll have to make sure that our database is connected up, and all those things. So let's go and first do the back end. So pop that in. So we have a player, and that's going to be great. So an ID, name, email, created at, and I think I'm going to want to pull the email and stuff to like an identity, to a user instead of a player. So let's do that now. Because really I don't want them to have, like, I want a app user to be separate than the player, because the player is going to have, you know, the less strict things. So maybe it's like a, you know, just related like that. And that's for that there. Yep. So this is there. And really what I want to do here is same thing. Username, password hash, created at. I don't want a password. Everything's OAuth. Don't want this really. This should be an email. You don't have an email. This is signed up. Signed up at. That really is a created at, which that probably then becomes an audit class. Abstract. Then created at, updated at. So then you just derive from there. Then I imagine most of them are going to derive from an audit base. Yep. Same with a player, same with a swing analysis created at. No, it doesn't have it all. So then updated at becomes an updated audit base, updatable audit. Updatable model. And this becomes a updatable model, base model, because then you are not this, and you are an updatable model, that's fine. And yours is a public data type updated at. Maybe this is a an int updated by app user ID. Base model probably wants that as well. Created by app user ID. This is nullable, just in case. Either if null, it was created by the system. Same here. If null is updated by the system, otherwise connects to the user that we lost update. Yep. Same. That created the model. Okay. Then public abstract. Oh, no, not that. An app user is straight up a thing. Swing analysis. So this is now going to be a base model. Don't need you. And then let's throw base model. Let's throw up a, oh no, ID is auto inc. Come on, new framework, work with me. Auto generated. Values, database generated, nice, identity. Database generated identity. This is going to be at datetime now. Set to null, that's fine. And this probably needs some sort of enum of like connected service, but I don't know that yet. Public double rating, swing analysis player as an app user connected to it. Does that need to be nullable? Can you have a player? Yes, in a match, but I think we've already handled that in like this one, where you have a player ID 1. Yeah, I'll probably require a second player. So then here in the player doesn't have to be an app user because you don't need that. Okay. So then updatable model, abstract base. Okay, so now we need player history. So then this is in matches, player 2 ID. Let's just throw in public player 1, player 2, match date, location, results, notes, swing analysis. So this is there over time. What else do they need? As a player, you probably want a USTA rating, and that's going to be a double. Is that like similar to this rating here? Yes, it is. So then, but this is the USTA rating, and then is there a way USTA self-rating quiz? Self-rate, because I know I've taken one of them before, but What level am I? 7 different links to get me into it. Salesforce site. No, don't do that. Don't be doing that. Yeah, let's just link them that. Rating as defined by the USTA. Sure. Okay. So then, what else do we need in the player? So we have our little paint. We have a name, icon, profile. This is info. So name, email, rating, self-reported, obviously. Because we don't really want to do an ELO system. Doesn't mean that we can't though. And then down below is like swing analysis, little big card of the swing analysis. This one is just a big header. So that's simple enough. So then let's look at our player endpoint, and I think it generated a lot of the things we need. So get all players. We want to get player by ID. We need to create a player. Update a player, delete a player. Okay, so let's get player by ID. Let's see what that's doing. And you are now, is player a base model? Yeah, that's the updatable model. And let's make sure it's player email. So really, when you create a player, you should have an app user. The app user is first, so that's fine. And let's. I think I really want to. It's at a repository level. I like the repository level. I know that people sometimes don't, but I do like properties that are beyond the API service. So data. Let's throw. So we got some models. Let's throw some services. And I guess we don't need to have the services in there because if you're relying on the database, probably should just have repositories and then services. How do you get this context? Get all players. Map.get players. See how is this working? So then you map the player endpoints. You map a group with the tag. Return endpoints. Get all players, and this just comes in. So I could easily change that to a service. Do we want a service and a repository level? Yeah, probably best. Service and repository versus just service or just repository. I've always done repository and service. Okay. Let's add another project. Whatever. What's another project? Because what else would use as our service project? It would be the function app, right? And that might have separations concerns there. That's fine. Yeah, I think that's probably the best. API service. So the service is just throwing me off because it's just the endpoints really that map to our service layer. The data is strictly models and the DB. Nothing about the way they access it currently. Doesn't have to be that way. Yeah, I mean, for my services and repository layer, where should I do that? Or should I put it in one of my existing? Yeah. Create a separate project for your, yeah. What the? No, 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 no. Did you really do that? You sucker. You go too quick, man. You go too quick. Okay. Should have put you in ask mode. Yeah, because now you're not even a real thing. Delete. Delete. Too dumb to add it in that way. Library. Yeah, okay, same thing. Services. You should be empty. DAO breakpoint services obj. No, okay. DAO breakpoint dot services. Created. Okay, there we go. Delete you, and then let's add a. See, because now we're gonna have another folder called services, but I guess we could just have in the. Repositories. Does the repositories? See if I can normally have them. Go on the data project or the services. I guess this is services. Migrations, yep. Using configuration constraints. Don't you do that, bro. Don't you do that to me. Stop. I need to stop asking stupid questions. I'm getting stupid answers. That's the real problem. Okay. Then yeah, get out of there. Let's add a folder. Add in a new file. We'll call it the player repository. And we need the breakpoint db. And we'll call that the db context. And now the data, or the services relies on the data, which it should be. Add reference. And what I really should do is generate a generic service or a generic repository because base repository, because anything that derives from base model, super simple, right? And I want to do a breakpoint context. That's not the place where I put that. Okay, and then we have a public T, task of T of add async, return well, because I could just have it do like this, but I kind of like the ID being returned. Because then if we do db context.save changes async, then return the entity.id, and probably I need to await this, and then we should probably also make sure it can only be used with an async method. You are async, just you don't know it yet. I probably should make sure that that there's not already an entity. Well, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Get by ID, nice. Task of IEnumerable of T. Give values async, and probably want some sort of like base param, where we also take in a T search params, where T search params derives from, and then add in, let's add a new model. What do we want to call this? I don't know. Params, search params. I don't like that name. Don't love this name, but that's fine. Yeah, probably needs to be abstract. And we'll do like string of fuzzy search, public int ID to search, requested ID, maybe like page number, yep, for pagination, and that also means there's a page size. Let's go 25, 15. One of our projects have been shut up. Fuzzy search, requested ID. Probably definitely want like a player, no, app user ID, because you should only ever be looking for your things. I guess technically you could be searching. So don't want to specify, but if you do specify it, okay, that's probably enough for now. So then, where T search params comes from search params. What did I name it? Yeah, that's fine. The async method. Oh, okay, yeah. It just needs to be get values, not all code pass return. Why is all these things are just breaking? Why do I not have word wrap on? It's not the window I want. Word wrap Visual Studio 2026 tools options. Word wrap. See, I've even looked this up before. Why I wouldn't have it in C#, but I'd have it in all these other things. Just do it always. I love me some good plain text wrapping. Okay. Yes. Nice. Okay. I also need to get better at writing C# in terms of styling. Okay. Search params is used. Well, that makes sense. I didn't have that. Okay, well, then I need to change this name to be search param. Search parameters, search. Search parameters. Okay, then probably then need to do a public abstract of an iQueryable. Then it's iQueryable of T. Apply search filters and takes in an iQueryable of T with search params. Well, it can also just yeah, that's fine. Because then public abstract, what's it complaining about? Is abstract but it's not contained in non-abstract type base repository T. Is abstract but not contained in non-abstract. Yep, okay. Just takes me a second to read that. Okay, so let's do iQueryable filtered list equals db context dot set of T, and let's do apply search filters db context set of T with the search params. Okay. So now we have a filtered list. Probably all we need, yeah? iQueryable does not contain. Yes, it does. Do not lie to me. What does it contain? Well, that's. I need the EF core iQueryable. With toList async, because I need the async. Yeah, okay. I just need use Microsoft. Yeah, there we go. Okay. To list async. Nice. What else do we want? Probably want delete. Delete item async. Execute delete async. Passing in, oh, I need the item probably, right? Task of T, iQueryable. Deletes. Oh. X.id equals ID. Execute an iQueryable of T for the incident. Okay, let's just do that for my own safety and sanity. Delete item, get item, add item, update item, obviously. Update async with t entity dot update return, and that's gonna be return greater than 0. So we can return, we can update, add, get, all the things. The only thing is now base model. Let's do updatable model. Base model. Because now anything can be done, and then when you add them, this already defaults created by. Let's do add. App user ID. And we'll get that from the controller. Don't need to worry about that. Update. Get by. Don't need deleted. So do we do hard deletes or soft deletes? Right now we're doing hard deletes. Whatever. Let's do a to do implement. No, decide and maybe implement soft deletes. Okay. Here. Do a little something a little cheeky here. Is updatable model. If T entity is if entity is updatable entity, then let's do that. Okay. Updated by user ID. Add async. So let's do blink. Okay, let's do a private here. Upsert. entity int app user ID. Okay. So this is what I want to do. Do that. Because now that's done. Then because I'm not really private static. Well, it's not really an upsert as much as it is like a audit entity. Audit entity. That sounds. Track entity. Audit track entity. Update audit entity. Then you well, if you're adding problem is it's really just going to be this same thing, but it's with a normal entity. Created at, created by. Let's just make sure that makes sense. Pull that out. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. Okay, base repository, go back to it. Int. Okay. So now we have all of that. Let's see. We have a player. Now we need a player service. Let's just throw, and let's also let's do track it now. Interface me out, please. Interface. My repository and generated name, my repository of T. Yep. Because now we have things that I can pass in. Let's see here. And then we got to go to the service. So let's add a player service. And let's do the interface first, actually. Because really, what are we doing with the player? All right. So, yeah, as before, you can add a sync where you're going to have a player DTO. What's coming up from the front end? Yeah, some sort of generated DTO. Where here DTOs. Because then that's gonna be like a player DTO. We'll just do player for now. And then that also needs to be passed in with an int this should have a app user ID no matter what. It shouldn't be called as a player service without it, because you're not going to be adding players from. Why do DTOs go? Get stats async players with stats. Yeah. Okay. Sure. No, you're doing too much. You're trying too hard, buddy. But that is helpful. Update player DTO. I don't like it when they're all in one. They shape external. Yep. Let's see. What did he put? It's DTOs. Nice. Match DTOs. Swing analysis DTOs. I like what he did. I like what you did with the place. Looks nice. Okay. Oh, sorry. My cat's in the way. So then, match DTOs. That's really gonna be it. Are we able to get further than this? So let's bust out these different classes. Move. Let's do the same here. Yeah, same here. I don't mind what he just did. Don't mind that, actually. Update and create in the same. Yes. Yes. Okay, match DTOs. And let's just rename it match DTO. I see what he was going for with this, but let's just swing analysis DTO. Match DTO. Player DTO. Okay, so there you go. So now in our player service, what does our player service look like now? So get by ID, get by ID, get all async, search async, get with stats async, create async, update async, delete async, exists async, email exists async. I don't know where I'd call this one. This makes sense. With stats, what is this one? Total matches once. It's a player DTO with ID, name, email. So, I mean, these are not helpful right now. Upsert. Player DTO. Yeah, I don't like that, because then this is like becoming kind of useless up here, where it just has a created and updated by as an ID. You need the ID. So let's go back to create player DTO. Let's just get rid of update for now, because unless you need it separately, don't realize or don't think you should need it. Yeah, I don't think we'll probably need any of them for now, because you can update all the things you can create. Eventually, you'd want to change that, which makes sense, right? Do we change any of these endpoints? I don't think you should have. Okay, you did not. So there you go. There's that stuff. I do like this. Don't mind that. Name and email then becomes like, there's no reason to have both of these. You know what I mean? And let's just make these required. I don't like the null bang if it's not EF core. I don't see a reason to need those, and I might end up making a base class DTO and just get away from this, but that's fine for now. Player one match. Okay, so then this is required location results, useless. Okay, and same with swing analysis, I have to imagine. Get rid of the nulls, make them requireds. Required, player ID, summary. Yeah, I like that. Player name, get that in there. Well, I don't see why you don't need that in there as well. I guess because you're choosing it. Yeah, you're choosing it, so then it's going to be a drop down of players. It repopulates with your own, and then you have the other one. Not overly helpful there. So there you go. And then let's get to the endpoint. Let's do this one, because what you're really doing is you get all players, and now it's going to be an iPlayer service. A player service, and then you just return that. So now we need to add a reference to the services. Definitely have create player DTO. Update/create. What's an update/create? It's an upsert. Upsert DTO doesn't make sense though. Why? So the API service add project reference to the services class. And then you should now depend on services. Okay, so now we have this is going to be player service dot get all async. We await this, and this probably becomes a thing that doesn't happen, but there we go. Equals await dot player service dot get by ID async ID, and there you go. Nice. Okay, yeah, that's starting to look clean, because now we just need to get to the methods. And then the rest is gravy. Okay, because then all you're really doing is create player, player ID equals player service dot create async player. This needs to change, but that's okay. And then you become player ID, created with a player value. Nice. Update player, same thing. Wait. And I'm not using the bool right now, but that's fine. Update async, updated player, and I need to pass in the username as well. So then this is getting an authorization and stuff, obviously. And then let's just go wait player service dot delete async of an ID. Okay, so there you go. This is now getting pretty good. So next time we'll start talking about auth and getting into that and what that looks like. Ideally, and I need to do some research on how I want to do this. But ideally, you connect your account with Google to Microsoft or Google or GitHub maybe, but probably just Google to start with, then Microsoft. Connect your OAuth username to then a user profile that you create. That's where you create this app user in our database and start getting into the real thing. This model will be built out then. And this really shouldn't be an updatable model. This should become a base model because you can only create once. You can't change your email for now. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thanks for stopping by if you did. And as always, happy coding.